Hello and hi to everyone. Today we will discuss what happened this year to the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and what we can expect from 2023. So BTC price on 1st January 2022 was $47,209, and today on 26th December 2022 it is 16,885, which means 3 times. 16 3 of 48 which means divided by 3 or 3 times less. So what happened? Who was responsible for this fall in crypto prices? And it is not a normal thing. It is not an abnormal thing. It is a normal thing because in 2020, 17 and 18, the same thing happened. And who was responsible for this? The person who should be helping the people in elevating to make them a normal thing, and it is a US SEC. Fed rate interest rate, it started increasing in you can see January 22. This you can see in this chart, it is directly proportional, inversely proportional to the Bitcoin price. Bitcoin price was running very high, and in April they rose. Actually, they in October and November they hinted, they give example that if you can listen to the FOMC meeting, CPI report from the Fed, then you can understand what they are hinting at. So in November they hinted that they are going to increase the interest rate, and in November we were at highest at the 69,000 BTC price, November of 2021. And as its decision to increase the interest rate was announced, slowly and slowly, November, December, January, February, March, and then April, it started increasing rate, and directly, inversely proportionally, Bitcoin prices started decreasing. So you can see how Fed's decision affected crypto. Investors moved out of riskier crypto investments and equity markets during 22 as the US Federal Reserve raised interest rates to tackle inflation. So it says it has all been bad for crypto throughout 2022. That was also the year. It says Bitcoin meets a recession. Bitcoin hit a record high of 69,000 in November 2021, with the crypto market touching $3 trillion industry, buoyed by the fiscal and monetary stimulus from countries around the world. But as societies reopened, surging inflation forced central banks to tighten rates and led to investors fleeing higher risk assets. Tech stocks and cryptocurrencies, and our digital assets come in the higher risk assets. Bitcoin, long heralded as a handy store of value in times of inflation, because of its limited supply, flopped during the test, with investors turning to tried and tested havens such as dollar as rates went up. It fell by about a third in January, outpacing an 8% fall for the US stocks. 2022 was a new environment for digital assets. They have never been around in a recession or rising rates environment. 2022 was also the year that it says the Bitcoin bubble popped. It did not popped, but it was a normal cycle. Halving was in 2020, and up to 2022 2 year, we normally see the 2 years of bull cycle are run, and next 2 years are bear market run. So around 1.5 year later, the Fed interest from May to November 2021, it was rising. So the Fed started getting rash in their bodies, how people are making money. So they decided to increase the interest rate, and within 2-3 months, after November is December, January, February, the markets started collapsing because people take out the money because banks are offering more interest than they were normally giving. So most of the people do not understand the tricks of banks and Fed, so they took their money because they do not understand the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market, as well as they know understand the other traditional and conventional methods. So people took money from the crypto assets and started pouring again in the banks, due to which crypto market started going downward. As investors pulled money from crypto, major projects came under strain. The first to crack was Terra USD. Yes, Terra USD was the first one in around May, June, etc. Yes, because people are taking money from the crypto assets, so crypto market cap also started going down, and this affected the Terra USD, Terra Luna coin. We all know, but it was someone else, big either gang of banks or some another one. They bank run on the Terra USD. They did not want Terra USD to succeed, because if it would have been successful, it would have reached a new heights for not only Terra Luna community but also for the crypto community as well. Terra USD supposedly a stable coin and its sister Luna. The coins sank in value in May, with investors globally losing an estimated $42 billion. The shock waves reverberated throughout the market. Yes, it was very big earthquake, biggest of the year, and it also took other crypto with its or other fund like lending borrowing platforms. US crypto lender Celsius froze customer assets in June. So you can see the effect of the Fed rate. November it's saying that it is going to increase the interest rate. So after 2 or 3 months, you can see December, January, February, March. In May, Terra USD breath its last, it collapsed, and after that June Celsius also froze customer assets in June and revealed a $1.2 billion hole as it declared bankruptcy. Singapore-based crypto hedge fund Three Arrows Capital also followed the same month and went bust the same month. So you can see this is who first started killing the crypto market. It was the Fed. Its decision took first Terra Luna, then Celsius, and then Three Arrow Capital, and then others like FTX, which after few months, then it says Bitcoin and other tokens took a hammering. Yes, if one thing bigger, Terra Luna was a very big coin at that time. If it is getting bust, then it will have effects on whole market. Bitcoin and other tokens took a hammering, slumping by over half in just 49 days from the end of May. So you can see in just a 1 month, over 1.5 months, its price decreased to half. And on a single day in June, Bitcoin fell over 15%, its worst day since March 2020. But the biggest crypto shock was yet to come. After few months, May, June, July, August, September, October, in November, major crypto exchange FTX crashed into sudden bankruptcy. Bitcoin fell by another quarter in less than 4 days as Bankman-Fried scrambled for funds to bail his exchange out. The cryptocurrency is now hovering around 16,000. All in all, 2022 has pretty much been a crypto calamity. Yes, just like 2018 and 2019. The same process is repeating. So kindly always remember, in 2016 we have a halving, and in 2017 we have a 2016 and 2017, 2 years, almost less than just a few months from the 2 year mark. It was continued to rising, and when it was reached 19,000 USD at the highest BTC price in 2017, the Fed also started feeling uncomfortable with the fact that people are making money, and again in that same day, around December 10 or 11, it announced that it is going to start increasing rate, and in few months, we all know, from 19,000 stated dollars, Bitcoin started falling to and almost 1 year in December 2018, In December 10, 2017 it was 19,000, and in the same dates December 10, 2018 it was 3,000. Who was responsible for the Fed increasing rate was responsible for this. So meaning is that 2022 has almost copied the 2018, and we can expect the same. 2023 will be also be equal to 2019, which means no much movement in the price, here there little bit. So the halving process is repeating, so always keep in mind that these are not new. This has already happened in 2016, 2017, like 2020 and 2021, both were halving year and 1 year after the halving. And in 2018 and 2019 are equal to 2022 and 23. In 2018 also there were a lot of bankruptcies. Now I'm not remembering the name, like bit no problem. 2022 a lot of bankruptcies, and in 2023 will also be. We see a much more movement in the price. It will be like this year, very boring, very sleeping year. So it is very important to take profit in the first 2 year, because the next 2 year we will have again the same kind of pain that we are feeling in this at this moment. 2022-23 equal to 2018, 2019 being a crypto calamity. Yes, it was a very dreadful year, distressful year. So let us see what more we can learn from this year, which is almost third year. I always remember which year it is after the halving. Halving happened in 2020, 2021, 21, 22. This is third year after the halving, and next year four, which means the third year and fourth year will always be a dreadful sleeping years, no movement. So always prepare yourself, prepare your mind, your body to take profits in the first 2 year of the halving. 2020, 21 was very good year, were very good years, similarly like 2016 and 2017. So further, let's say, crypto fans paid a high price for lessons learned from a dreadful 2022. Decentralized finance or DeFi is vulnerable to hack. A stable coin is anything but stable. We all know stable coins also fell. Decentralized finances were also hacked. Mostly they were on Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum blockchain has the biggest number of hacks. Therefore, it is not a safe place to invest your money. It is not it is proving to be not a good coin, because it is losing its decentralized status and is now more controlled by the banks like JP Morgan, and therefore it is becoming a centralized entity. So better be stay away from this coin, because in the coming year banks will show their presence, their control over Ethereum network, and the people who have invested in Ethereum will not say, because people, this is a decentralized, people put money because of their decentralized nature and not centralized. We are moving away from banks, and if a coin is going in the hand of banks, people usually do not invest in that coin. So stay away from Ethereum. It is going to be worse in the coming years, and the collapse of a single leading crypto exchange can send shock waves worldwide. We all know what is the name of that leading exchange. FTX was that name. And further it says, as we yeah, this was I was saying, it's saying this crypto winter lasted all year with no signs of improvement. Yes, we should always remember this is the third year, and in the third year of halving and fourth year, there will be no signs of improvement, and the crypto winter will last for 2 years. Of the top 10 crypto hacks to date, 6 occurred in 2022. Authorities worldwide pushed forward on crypto regulation, citing the need to protect customers and promote innovations. Yes, but they do not want to crypto regulation because they are working for the banks and not for the people. You can see SEC is asking one Binance, etc., but the SBF is freed, and it did not control what happened to the Celsius and other lending platforms. Positive vibes to hacked expectations. Crypto industry sentiments were upbeat as this year began. Yes, this year began where everybody was very happy because Bitcoin was trading at 47,000 after Bitcoin hits an all-time high in 2021. The non-fungible token boom, Bitcoin futures ETF, and the sense that crypto was becoming mainstream all contributed to a positive vibe. Yes, it is. Yes, it we can say because in 2021 and 2020, 20 were very good years for Bitcoin and cryptos. It wasn't until March when the year's first major hiccup jolted the market. Hackers targeted the Ronin network, which supports the popular Axie Infinity blockchain gaming platform, and stole $625 million, making it the largest cryptocurrency theft to date. It wasn't alone. Many other major crypto platforms such as Binance were also hacked in 2022. Yes, was also hacked. You should always remember any exchange, anything can be hacked. Therefore, the importance of antiviruses like McAfee, Bitdefender, VPN, NordVPN, they play very important role in protecting your crypto. So always install them along with the VPNs. Crypto enthusiasts have argued that blockchain projects are safe from attack, but back-to-back problems shattered that myth. In fact, 6 of the top 10 hacks of all time happened this year. There should be more education in terms of how you can safeguard your own crypto. There needs to be better financial literacy. This puts down the importance of the hardware wallets like Ledger, Trezor. These are very safe, most safest form to store your crypto because these are offline and away from your internet, while others are on the net and therefore they can be hacked. Another crypto in the time of war. Another thing we have seen this year is the Russia-Ukraine war. This also tested the capabilities of crypto as a funding source in the real world. This also, along with the Fed's decision to increase the interest rates, and with the in December, January, February, and this started in the March. Along also, war also played a very important role in decreasing the rate of Bitcoin because people do not like wars and wars are very expensive. You have seen then how NATO sent millions of dollars and the US Republicans sent or US Senate and Congress sent millions of dollars in the $40 million for the Ukraine on a second-hand weapons. So when these things happen, people usually take the money out of from their crypto assets and put them in the banks or in their hands because that that way they can have their money in the hand. So in the difficult times they can use that money, while crypto are for the safer times because when we put money in the crypto industry, we are usually relaxed and we are patient to wait for 6 months, 1 year for the prices to rise. This is the difference between the peaceful times and the war times, bad times. As a funding source in the real world, even when there are sanctions and restrictions, it illustrated how blockchain and cryptocurrency could be both useful tools during a crisis and how it could be used to obfuscate normal systems. Yes, we have seen that the Ukraine was asking for help for donations from the crypto world, and many millions of dollars have been given to the Ukraine government through cryptocurrencies. There was also a website for Ukrainian. There was their address, and probably Bitcoin and other cryptos were sent to them. They were accepting it. We will not go about this. Everybody knows that they have. Then next comes the Terra Luna collapse. This is also at the end of 2021. 2021. Many touted Luna as among the hottest crypto projects around, mostly because of its algorithmic stable coin Terra USD or UST. Tira, rebranded now as Tira Classic, reached a record of $119 in April 2022, and Tira USD became one of the top decentralized stable coins. Yes, we also know that it was a very big crypto and at that time and before it collapsed. And then further, let's go further rules and because of so many collapses every month, we have seen people losing millions of money, or their whole life terms income were lost in this lending platform. Then rules and regulation were required, and the politician spoke about them. They discussed what is a cryptocurrency. Is it a security, commodity, or currency? The multi-million dollar question remains unanswered. Yes, they do not want to regulate it, because if they regulate, it will become clear that they fall under commodity or security, and people will invest in them without any fear. But that they do not want, because they are working for the banks, and so they are uninterested in promoting this technology. Governments worldwide passed various laws that aimed to simplify crypto's novel concept, which is still in infancy. While regulation is still nascent, regulators deserve a toast, and their moves should be welcomed, as they want to protect their constituency, constituents, the citizens, and support innovation. These are only fancy words. Nobody wants anybody to no one can see anyone to become rich. They all want all money should go in their pockets, as we have seen that FCX has filled their pockets with millions of dollars from their users fund into the politicians bank accounts. There are, however, many things to consider in crafting regulations, not the least of which is settling on legal definitions and common meanings for words like NFT or cryptocurrency. Definitions matter a lot when it comes to legal process and ideas. So this is the same old story. They will discuss, they will think, they will do whatever is needed, but they are sleeping and they will continue to sleep. So let us move forward. We will do our work, they will do their sleeping. On the other hand, the SEC is pushing forward on regulations it already has. In September, Gary Gensler, SEC chair, said most cryptocurrencies are securities, and there is no need for new regulations. Nothing new. Further, yes, FTX we will not discuss. FTX and Alameda Research and Ontario Capital also lost millions of dollars. They have put in the FTX. In 22, the bottom line, in 22, many experiments, bold ideas, and untried concepts were squashed, resulting in wide-ranging reverberations across the crypto universe. But it is likely that crypto will come back even stronger after the various collapses. In 2023, crypto will likely to move toward the mainstream, and the market will innovate, but it will also face increased scrutiny and possible regulation. So it is just a hope that in 2023 they will improve anything, but it does not. Now in 2023, let us discuss about 2022 itself. Again, crypto winter. This was crypto winter. In January, yes, wormhole hack, SEC finds BlockFi. Then came April, Ronin hack. May, Terra collapses. CFT sues Gemini. SEC investigates Binance. In June, Celsius freezes withdrawal. Coinbase cuts 18% of staff. Horizon Bridge hack. And in July month, 3 Arrow Capital files for bankruptcy. Voyager Digital files for bankruptcy. Celsius files for bankruptcy. In August, MicroStrategy Saylor drops CEO role. US sanctions Tornado Cash. Alameda co-CEO Trabuco resigns. In September, what happened? Wintermute hack. In October, Kraken's Powell drops CEO roles. SEC investigates Yuga Lab. In November, Binance says will sell FTX native token. FTX group files for November Then BlockFi files for bankruptcy in November. In December, SBF arrested in Bahamas, charges filed by SEC, CFTC, and DOJ. One of the central tenets of cryptocurrency and of the blockchain is the idea of decentralization, that no one entity is in charge and no one player could destabilize the rest. What 2022 showed more than once is that the digital asset ecosystem is significantly more interconnected and concentrated than even its biggest participants might have realized. No, this is all about saying what happened. Well, let us see what happens, what to look out for 2023 in the year 2023. Will cryptocurrency soar, plummet, or tease investors alone, an unpredictable path for the foreseeable future? Will Bitcoin continue its volatility? Will regulation play a more significant role? Which type of cryptocurrency will be the best bet this coming year? There are as many predictions. Crypto continues its popularity in 2021. Crypto became accepted by Goldman Sachs. Coinbase debut in April 2021, the first major crypto company to go public. Coinbase is a public company. Its share is trading now at around 30-35, and the first US exchange traded fund linked to Bitcoin launched in October. Yes, this was the problem. Exchange traded fund launched in October. Yes, October, November, and then they started increasing rate, and then the prices start falling. Exchange traded fund is nothing but a group of people. They are buying, selling, doing trading themselves or the Bitcoin, and then they say that Bitcoin is pricing is decreasing, and so they are also responsible for decreasing the Bitcoin's price. According to CNBC, the best known cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, had a good year. The digital currency has been up nearly 70% since the start of 2021, driving the entire crypto market to combine $2 trillion in value. It says in 2023, a lot more investors will adopt Bitcoin. Yes, the first get approved in 20 crypto, moving toward decentralized finance. So let us see few more words which are responsible for Bitcoin, which are important to understand and remember what these words are and why they are important in rising the value of the Bitcoin or decreasing the value of Bitcoin, and therefore the whole crypto market. The first one we should always know and understand is the FOMC meeting, which is the Federal Open Market Committee, which is a regular session held by members of the Federal Open Market Committee, a branch of Federal Reserve that decides on the monetary policies of the United States. So it decides some monetary policies, which means that should interest rates should be increased or decreased. Date of next meeting, this are 2022 it's showing. This, it was in the year that has passed. It was in January, etc. What happens in the FOMC meeting? The Fed increased its target Fed funds rate by 0.5%. The new Fed funds target range is now 4.25% to 4.50%, similar to November 1 and 2 2022 meeting. This meeting's vote was unanimous. What does FOMC we have seen? So you can understand this word is very important. We should always know about FOMC, what is their meeting and what is they are deciding. It will help us in understanding what they are doing with the banks. If they are increasing the rate, banks will increase the rate, and so people will pull their money from crypto assets and put that money in the banks. So crypto prices will fall and banks will rise. And directly opposite is, if they decrease the rate, people take money from the banks and put that money in the crypto market, which result in the crypto markets increasing value, which means every crypto coin rate is increased, value is increased. What is the meaning of CPI data? The Consumer Price Index (CPI) is a measure of the average change over time in the prices paid by urban consumers for a market basket of a consumer goods and services. So what is the basket of a consumer goods? The consumer, the things which we need in everyday life. For example, for 1 week, how much wheat or maize flour we need, tomatoes, potatoes, price, chilies, etc., oil, etc., and other things which we normally use in our food, biscuits, bread, piece, etc. How much they are cost, what is their rate in this week or 15 days or this month, and based on this, the CPI decides its rate. Is a CPI better or low? Is a lower CPI figure good for markets or a higher figure? When the CPI is rising, it means that consumer prices are also rising, which means that the rate of the price of the bread is also rising. And when it falls, it means the consumer prices are generally falling, which means the bread we are eating is also decreasing. Even if $1 it counts, it means it is decreasing. In short, the higher CPI indicates higher inflation, while a falling CPI indicates lower inflation or deflation. What was the most recent CPI data? Let us see. Consumer it is CPI data is 0.1% in November 2022. The market basket includes everything from food items to automobiles to rent. So it is saying that even if you have a scooter or a car or a rent, if you are living in a rented apartment, that is also counted in the CPI index. How much are you paying? These are counted, and based on this CPI rate is decided. CPI is a good measure of inflation. In addition, the CPI is a reliable measure of inflation over long time periods, because they are governed. Their duty is to check if prices are rising or decreasing. Changes is changes in procedures used by BLS to collect individual prices have made it difficult for analysts to compare CPI inflation data from early periods with the data from the current period. So this is very important word to remember always. What is the difference between inflation and CPI? Inflation is an increase in the overall price level. The official inflation rate is tracked by calculating changes in a measure called the Consumer Price Index. The CPI tracks changes in the cost of living over time. Like other economic measures, it does a pretty good job of this. So this is the second term. We should always know these terms, because we are dealing with the market that is dealing directly, inversely or directly proportional to the interest rates, and because interest rates are decided on these factors, FOMC meeting, CPI data, and Fed rate height, we can position ourselves, which means we can pivot ourselves, which means we can change ourselves, whether in the coming month or 15 days or week, this month, next month, we should sell our cryptos, or we should purchase our cryptos, because you have seen that in November this was decided by the Fed that they are going to increase rates in the November 2021, and we have seen after few months the market started crashing, and it took all the, from Terra USD to Voyager Celsius, it took all of them are which were standing on a shaking ground. This earthquake, increasing interest rate, took all them down, and along with it our market went down. Therefore it is very important to, because we are investors, we are dealing with in the field like stock market or crypto market, so we have to understand these economic terms. Fed meeting 2022. After raising interest rate by 75 basis points at 4 successive meetings, the US Federal Reserve delivered a 50 basis point increase on Wednesday. Traders will now turn their focus to Thursday meeting of the Bank of England and the European Central Bank, where consensus is also for a 50 basis point rate hike. So here it is using the term traders will now turn their focus, which means trader will change their position, traders will pivot. I was because focus, that is what meaning of investors is. Investors will turn their focus, which means investors will focus on their next meeting, and then they will decide should they sell, because we are traders, we are sellers. So if a seller is not selling his product, like a shopkeeper, he cannot earn any income. So we do not have to be very rigid that it is going to 100,000. I will not sell my any crypto until it reaches 100,000 Bitcoin dollars price. I will not sell before it. So we can lose it, because sellers do not are not rigid. They have to sell their product. If it is if the profit is slightly less or bigger, they do not care, because they are sellers. Similarly, we are also traders, like shopkeepers. We have to sell our coins. If it is not at 50, 100, even if it is a 70, 69,000 Bitcoin price, if we have to sell it, many have sold and they are now happy, because now they can purchase more of the Bitcoin after 1 year, or because they understood this rate, what is 50 basis point, what is 75 basis point, what is Fed meeting, and they hinted in their speeches that they are going to increase the rate. So who the people or traders, or we like investors who understand their language, then they started selling their coins, and they benefit more from this market. And while the newcomers who do not understand these terms, they leave the market saying that this is a scam, they are never going to enter this market again. So this is the difference between so what is it saying? What is the date of the next Federal Reserve meeting 2022? The Federal Open Market Committee, which means FOMC meeting, is scheduled 2022. It was March and May, which means it has happened, but because this is the year end, we are knowing what happened this year and what caused the fall of the crypto crisis. Not just that FTX failed, Terra Luna failed, we all collapsed. No, because the prices of the crypto markets was starting to fall before May. In May, Terra USD collapsed, because the prices were already started to falling in January, February, March, because the Fed rate had increased their interest rate. Here also 50 basis point, 75 basis point, and interest is also 0.1%, 2%. These all things matters. When will the Fed will announce interest rates in 2023? So people are interested in 2023. The Fed will announce interest rate in 2023 in the following dates, with the announcement coming at 2 p.m. Eastern times. So they will decide. So you can check easily. These 2-3 terms are very important. So this was all the important things. The main important things is we should always be always aware of the fact that bull market is not going to be stay every time, every year. 1 year bull market, 2 year we can say. You can see 2017 was the highest. December this is Mesaris, December 10 or 11, you can see it was around 18,000. And in the same date, in December 1 year, you can see December 18, this is it is BTC pricing 32. Again, this is 2017 and 2018. What happened between 1 year, from 19,000 to 3,000? The Fed rate there was at that time it was also increased. They launched a Bitcoin future type. These are a slightly complex term. You can understand it if you research. You can find it. I may not be able to explain fully, because I am also learning and understanding the price. They also decided when they launched futures Bitcoin trading. This is a fake trading. There some people like bankmen do in their bank rooms silently. They increase and decrease the Bitcoin price, and it affects the real Bitcoin's price. Because if hundreds of futures are trading Bitcoin, they can buy, money is given to them by the banks to do that kind of tricky trades. So they say the Bitcoin price is doing this. Look at, see, we are futures, Bitcoin futures trading. So that 20-30 groups demoralizes the one that is the real Bitcoin. So fake Bitcoin in decreases the real Bitcoin's value, like the fake gold's value decreases the real gold's value, because there are already 50-60,000 groups they manipulated. This is called manipulation. So this is what we want to see this year. And the bull market, understanding cycles, bull and bear market is more important than seeing the price prediction and price, what will the price of that coin. Because if we understand the cycles, bull bear full cycles, we can understand the crypto market and we can change ourselves. Like you have seen, just read, traders will focus, trader will shift. We have to shift our focus. We do not have to be rigid that we will not sell our crypto if it does not reach that point, because we are sellers do not their sellers are not rigid, they are very flexible like springs. Plus to profit loss should not matter. If we are in a profitable position 4-5x, we should be ready to sell, not rigid. And like if it reaches, I will sell only when it reaches 10x. So you have seen that 2017 and 2018 cycle was again the same thing happened, which this year has happened, 2021 and 2022. Let us see. And then the 18, 19 and 19 will also be the same, like 2023 and 19, you can see this is 2021 when were we at highest. You can see this is November 8th 2021, we were at 69,000 BTC. And in November, after hardly 1 week, 10 days later, the Fed announced in FOMC meeting that they are going to increase rates. Whose rates? Banks rates. So people will pull their money from crypto and put that money in the banks. And you can see in just 1-2 months its effects is started showing, because people which means who are experienced trader, who know that the meaning of Fed's increased rate means decreasing crypto prices, people started pulling their money. And you can see November 22, in the same month to December, January, it's all started falling. And 43 in January 17, 2022. And then the other things also start gripping the crypto market, like collapses. So one crypto market, another, FTX, Voyager, Celsius, Luna, we are all connected. They are all connected crypto market. One takes money from another, like supply chain. So if one supply goes down, another is also affected. So this today it is 16,800 December 26. So last year we were at 46, and today it is 16. So this was our understanding what happened in the third year of halving. This is the third year of halving, 2022 after 2020. So next year is the last year of the halving, which means fourth year. 2-year bull market, 2-year bear market. So this I hope you will understand this cycle well. And you should also be prepared that nothing is going to happen in the next year also. But there is no need for discouragement. We have to be patient also. Traders also have to be very patient, like shopkeepers keep sitting on their shops, whether some customer comes or not. We also have to wait for the appropriate time, which will come in 2024. But in the little bit of light light in this dark year, which is called 2023, will be probably Litecoin halving is coming. So we can see what it did in the it will be very long video. So I will make a Litecoin halving video after few days, so you can just see. So you can see in 7 days it has increased 10% Litecoin. So probably it is good idea to buy now, because we know that Litecoin halving is in August, 5th August. We can purchase Litecoin now in January, February, and sell in after March or April, May, June. It is opposite of Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin increases after halving, it decreases after halving. So it is all euphoria, like 100,000 BTC. So people will come join the euphoria, and its price will increase before the halving, 15 days or 1 month. 5th August is halving. You should remember the word 5 July. 5 July and 5 August, you should be ready to sell in the 5th July or in the month of July or in June, late June or July. It is better idea to sell before halving, so that you can make double or 2x or 3x money in the Litecoin halving. Other than this year is all going to be a barren land. We will only see cactus, like this year we have so many pins and needles and thorns and spine have put in our body, so it is very painful year. Next year is also painful, but sometime we will get a little bit of hope in Litecoin, and then in 2024 will be flowers will blossom, and we should collect nectar from them like by beautiful butterflies take, and then disappear, not to sit on that for long, because the nectar will not be available for a very long time, because in 1.5 year 2 year bull market will turn into bear market, and again all these things like crashing of FTX etc will come. So be prepared for 2023 and then 2024. Bye.